Hi, I'm Timothy. Let's talk about the best musical of the decade. No shade, Rent. Wicked. I don't know about you, but top 5 musicals for me are anything Lin-Manuel Miranda writes, anything that Pastor and Paul write, and Wicked. This has got to be the most devastating but also fantastic musical to ever to come into existence for 2 reasons. One, it is a book adaptation, like most musicals, so it's not something totally original, but being from a different source material, Wicked was able to stretch its wings and reach new heights. You like that little thing I put in there? Um, so I first got into Wicked my senior year of high school. We had to do senior projects, and I had to listen to music every day to get me through making my artwork, right? I would create musicals every day. It was really, really fun. So I saw the Wicked cast recording, the original Wicked cast recording in my local For Your Entertainment. RIP For Your Entertainment and Blockbuster. We forever miss you. But I picked up that studio cast album, and let me say, it was fantastic. I love the Wicked soundtrack so much. I listened to Ariana Grande perform at the anniversary show. It blessed me, added years to my lifespan. It was fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. But nothing is fantastic as going to see Wicked live in New York. And as you can see, I also got to see Wicked during Pride, which is really fun for me as well. Okay, so right now I'm gonna give you, since it's the first video, my top 5 songs from Wicked the Musical. So, number 5 is a classic, Dancing Through Life. So, Dancing Through Life is about when the new student, Fiyero, comes to join the Academy of Magical Arts, or Dear Old Chiz, as said in the musical. And we were not only introduced to Fiyero and his role in the musical, but we were also taken through several scenes that connect to the final scene of the dance, which culminates in the friendship between Galinda and Alphaba. Now, a lot of people, it may not be high on a lot of people's list, but the reason why it's not my top 4 out of 5 musical songs is it introduces Fiyero, but it's really his only prominent song besides my other favorite song, number 4, As Long As You're Mine. As Long As You're Mine is the most beautiful duet, I believe, in musical theater history, right after I'll Cover You from Rent, The Word of Your Body from Spring Awakening. And in As Long As You're Mine, we get the conclusion, well, not conclusion, we get the beginning of a relationship between Fiyero and Alphaba. And Alphaba actually exploring what it means to be and do a bad thing to her friend Galinda. And it's a really beautiful harmony. It really solidifies the relationship within the show. And seeing it live is incredibly devastating because, spoiler alert if people have not seen that show live or on tour, they're engaged. Fiyero and Galinda are engaged to be married, and they cheat on each other. It's crazy, but it's amazing. It's so great. It's so good. It's so, so good. Number 3 is Loathing, which is a really good song. It showcases, it's the beginning of, I want to say it's the beginning of the middle of Act 1, when we see Alphaba and Galinda having to being told that they're going to room together in Chiz, as Madame Morrible is going to take care of Nessa Rose, right? And they're like, I'm not dealing with that. She's not dealing with that. And it has beautiful harmonies, much like with my previous choice for number 4, As Long As You're Mine. It has beautiful harmonies, but it also pushes the story forward. We immediately see why Alphaba has a problem with Galinda. Galinda's all pretty. Also, really good showcase of their vocal range. It really is just one of the greater, better songs in the musical. That surprised me seeing it in live. Number two is a surprise because I did not know it was because it was not on the cast recording. It upsets me to this day because it's so good. It's such an amazing song. But also another hashtag spoilers for the musical is The Wicked Witch of the East. Now we know in the original book by L. Frank Baum that there are four witches, right? North, south, east, and west. Which is not a problem I have with wicked adaptations, but it's okay. Neither here nor there. So obviously Alphaba's sister, Nessa Rose, must become the Wicked Witch of the East. It is a beautiful, tragic song solo sung by Nessa Rose in which she laments that Alphaba has done nothing for her entire life, and her life is awful. There's a lot of really funny government wordplay in it, but it's such a good song. It is the most dark horse song in the musical because people don't know it's on there because it's not on the cast recording. If it's not on the cast recording, then they don't know it exists. And they should know that the song exists. It's beautiful. My favorite note seeing it live was with the last Wicked Witch of the East line. It was beautiful. It was tragic because she finally got what she wanted. She could walk, but she destroyed the one thing she wanted, which was love. It is the most beautiful. It is the most heartbreaking. It is the most devastating thing that happened in the musical. And unlike other things that happened in the musical that seemed to be Alphaba's fault, this really was Nessa Rose's jealousy that succumbed to her because she was already, as Bach put it, evil in his opinion, or wicked as her. When Alpha wasn't really terrible. It's funny. It's really funny. A beautiful juxtaposition between what the sisters represent. One is beautiful. One is considered not beautiful, but one is beautiful on the inside. One is not as beautiful on the outside. I'm sorry. One is seen as beautiful on the outside, but one is not as beautiful on the inside. That's number two. And it would be number one. It would be number one. And Nessa Rose is my favorite character from this musical. But the only reason she is not number one because this other song exists. It is not what you think it is. I promise you it's not. So, my number one musical song from Wicked, the musical, is not Defying Gravity, which you think it would be, but it's not. It is The Wizard and I, which so much encapsulates what Elphaba wants for herself. Everyone says that her I Want song comes with Defying Gravity. No, no, no. Pick up a comic book. That is not her I Want song. Her I Want song is The Wizard and I. She wants to be respected. She wants to be treated like a normal person. And she thinks she can do that with the wizard. Something that she thought that was ugly about herself, where her magic could be seen as a positive. Now joining forces with the wizard. That's her I Want. She does want to work with the wizard. But when it turns out that the wizard is not who he says he is, that's where the conflict comes from. So, sorry, stands of Wicked. Defying Gravity is not my number one song. Also, by the way, BTW, honestly, Defying Gravity's duets. I'm sick of seeing solo covers for Defying Gravity. Galinda is important to this musical, and Galinda needs to be on every single Defying Gravity cover in existence. And it will forever bother me, but keep on singing another cover without Galinda there. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense. Okay. This has been Theater, Movies, and Musicals. I'm out. If you have any more questions about other musicals that you want to talk about, I'm going to do another top 5 list because I just listened to... I'm going to go see Beautiful the Musical in March. So I'm really excited to go see that live. That's going to be so much fun. It's a tour because I don't live in a major metropolitan area. But I'm very, very excited about it. I'm going to do my top 5 from In the Heights because that movie's coming out this summer. And also my top 5 from Cats, which hopefully I'll be able to see that this weekend. So enjoy the movies, enjoy musicals, and also pick up a comic if you're ever at a comic book store. This is Tim, and goodbye.